within yourself that attract those kind of people and create the situations that may be negative. So there can be healthy boundaries and unhealthy boundaries. So an example of an unhealthy boundary would be that if you feel extremely vulnerable around a situation, if you get drunk very easily, so if you go to a friend's house, you'd say, well, I can't touch alcohol, I don't want to be around alcohol, or and you would cut off people who actually drink. And an example of a healthy boundary is actually being flexible and maybe sort of like inviting people that drink and making them aware that you're not going to be consuming, or that you're not allowing the consumption of alcohol that inside your room, but maybe they can go somewhere else if you're doing an event. So it's like being flexible, having flexibility in negotiating those things. And but the problem occurs when we are not conscious of how vulnerable we feel, that we can become exposed to things we do not want, or situations or people, or also an extreme to boundary is basically overreacting. So like if somebody does something to you that crosses a boundary, and you kind of cut them off because you're just not ready to even talk about it. So you may have to kind of negotiate with yourself whether the person or the friendship or the emotional investment of having them in your life is really valuable. So you can only ascertain those things by getting to know yourself, and spending time with yourself is very important, because you can spend a lot of time with lots of people, but if you don't spend time getting to know who you are and being your best friend, you won't know what you find safe and what you don't. So one of the most